Wake up. If you look at this and you're awed by her attire, you have a lot of waking up to do. America is being taken over by Eastern occultism. Katy Perry's Illuminati Beltane ritual at the Met Gala exposed. Do you see what's written on her forehead? Witness. Witness to what? How it feels in hell? It is literal and total Satanism that is taking over America. And it's not just in the back rooms or in the smoky, dark cigar sharing rooms of the elite. It's on the main stage. These people reach millions and millions of Americans daily. They're influencing the youth. They're corrupting the youth. Met Gala, formerly called the Costume Institute Gala and also known as the Met Ball, is an annual fundraising gala for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City. The museum is the largest art museum in the U.S. and is among the most visited art museums in the world. This is art. Satanism is now art. That's not art. It's disgusting is what it is. It marks the grand opening of the Costume Institute's annual fashion exhibit. Let's be real here. Hang on just a second. So if this passes as art, man, my toilet seat looks like it's a great piece of art. And I'm being realistic. This is a joke. This has got to be a joke. These bloodthirsty Satanists, which are splattering blood on the wall and calling it art, are taking over the youth. The minds of the youth. It's ideological subversion. Wake up. This year, the honorary guests were Katy Perry and Pharrell Williams. Oops, sorry, I meant Pharrell Williams. Ree Kakawabo is known for designing unnatural dresses with lumps in places they don't belong. Her darker themed clothing depicts a white leather straitjacket and caged in wedding gowns. Oh, what wonderful people they sound like, right? The Met Gala took place on, and we're the nuts. We're the nut jobs. The Christians who are calling this crap out are the nut jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, they're designing straitjackets for their models to wear. The Met Gala took place on May 1st this year, one of the Illuminati's most sacred fertility holidays, in which they performed a Celtic fire festival. This is the greatest witches' Sabbath, sacrifices, and abominable sex rituals. The festival of Beltane can be traced back to Galaic pagan practices. It marks the beginning of summer, where new life and fertility are used as an excuse to perform demonic occult rites and rituals to false gods. It is the same thing. There is nothing new under the sun. Perry chose to wear a Maison Margiela artisanal piece designed by John Galliano. She paired her ensemble with a long red silk veil embroidered. Hang on. So this guy named John Galliano, who is the designer of her dress, is an anti-Semite. He thinks, and he has voiced his opinion, he's been to jail and everything, he thinks that the Jews should have all burned in the Holocaust. Kid you not, this guy's a real piece of work. She paired her ensemble with a long red silk veil embroidered with the word witness that emphasized the T as a cross and the I as the all-seeing eye. Ladies and gentlemen, just a couple of years ago, there were so many people exposing the Illuminati in Hollywood, and I guess we all got called crazy and a lot of people stopped. Now we're being silenced, and here they are. There is no other word than occult that comes to mind with this. Look at the all-seeing eye over the eye and look at how they mock Christ with the T. That is anti-Christian. And she is influencing the youth. But here's the catch. There are so many people out there that would call you crazy for calling that out. There are so many people that would call all of us crazy for saying this is Eastern occultism and it's influencing the youth. It's ideological subversion. This is how they take over cultures, and they've done it for how long now? How many times over and over again do we have to forget history? Because it keeps on repeating. She also wore a headpiece in chrome with spring mirror ornaments and red hoof boots. The mirrors and springs look something like antennas. Could this be connected to mind control at all? The entire event was dedicated to false gods and goddesses, as it was a high ritual night that took place at an ancient Egyptian temple. My goodness! It is so obvious now. It is so obvious. Their agenda is so obvious. Yet some people are not understanding what's going on. According to Vogue, this year's Met Gala host Katy Perry stunned the crowd early on when she hit the red carpet in a jaw-dropping, "Oh, let's all just get down and worship her, why don't we?" Wake up. Red-veiled Mason Margiela artisanal created by John Galliano. But once cocktails and dinner were over inside, the pop star delighted the star-studded audience once again after hitting the stage to perform a medley of her hits at the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Temple of Dendur. Wearing a latex leather ensemble by Vex clothing, Perry kicked off her show with her new song Chained to the Rhythm, and later performed some of her past hits including Dark Horse and Firework to the crowd's noticeable amusement. But it wasn't until her latest collaborators, Migos, surrounded by a group of Comme des Garçons clad faceless models, popped up that the things really got going. There wasn't a single guest sitting down once they sang a surprise rendition of their joint new track, Bon Appetit. Now that's how you wrap up a Met Gala, according to the Vogue. This is a joke, right? I mean, I've got to be reading a joke right now. This is on their article. So Satanism is now, this is how you wrap up an event. So we're going to openly, get all dressed up and act like we're gods and goddesses and you're expected to worship them. And if you don't, you're crazy. And if you don't, or if you even speak out against it, you're a bigot. If you see the agenda, you're a bigot. I will happily accept that label. This is another one of the pictures from the event that actually, it's beyond satanic. It's so obvious. What in the world? These are, like arms tying her down, I guess, from hell. In a sadomasochistic themed performance, hand reached through holes in the walls and grabbed Perry. Yuck. To give homage to Egyptian deities, Katy Perry performed on the Temple of Dendur, an ancient Egyptian temple that was built around 15 BC and brought to the Metropolitan Museum of Art in 1978. The temple was dedicated to Isis and Osiris, two of the most prominent Egyptian deities still being worshipped today. This isn't the first time Katy Perry has worshipped Isis. In the Egyptian-themed music video Dark Horse, she presented herself as the same deity. Do we get the point yet? She went from worshiping the Most High to being chained to sin and death. Literally. It's no longer hidden in symbolism, it's in plain sight. The only question is, are you awake enough to see it? You see, they've done something, and I'm going to explain it to you. Instead of changing the words, or instead of changing, the words, they've changed the meaning of the words. And so, like for love, for example, which is what a word they love to use. Love does not mean what they think it means. But culture is attempting to change the words to match their agenda. It's time to wake up. It's time to get right with God. And I'll tell you what, I bet you the very second you hit your knees and get right with God is the very second you will actually begin to feel clean again, because He will wash you and make you clean. This filth, it is literally filth. That is it, nothing else. You see the filth, do you not? It is filth. Come out of her. Come out of Babylon. Let's go. It's time to see the light, the true light, the light of Jesus Christ. I want to thank you all for watching and listening. God bless and carry on.